It's All Today live from the couch with Carolina Bermudez, John Elliott, and Lisa Kearney.
Well, nothing beats a dazzling smile, but everyday eating and drinking, it can take a toll on those pearly whites.
And some foods are worse than others when it comes to staining your teeth.
Dentist Mark Lightung is here to tell us what will brighten, what will dull your smile. I think I might be surprised. Good morning, doctor. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
So
Pleasure to be here.
What's the rule of thumb when it comes to staining our teeth? Is there one rule of thumb?
I don't know if there's one rule of thumb, but there's a rule of thumb that I use with my patients, and that is that we tell them in the office that if it's going to stain your white T-shirt, it's probably going to stain your teeth.
Good rule.
And think
That's a
about
good
that as we
rule.
go through some of these foods and drinks that can stain your teeth. If it's going to stain that T-shirt, it's probably going to leave a stain on your teeth.
Okay, so let's go through the bad ones first. Which
Sure.
ones are going to leave some stains? You have black coffee and tea here, which pretty much makes sense.
Obviously, right.
Right.
That's the understatement. Coffee and tea are going to stain your teeth, but a lot of people use heavy-duty cream or milk, which lightens the color of the drink, which will then not stain as much.
Really?
It really does. I mean, think
You might
about
add
it.
an inch or two to your waist, but
Yes.
hey, we'll get the stains
Exactly.
on your
But
teeth.
if you brush after, does it make a difference?
Of course, everything matters if you brush and rinse afterwards.
Okay.
But what I like to tell the patients is if you're going through bleaching or you're on TV all the time and you want to keep those pearly whites, or going through life, you can use a straw. Keep the temperature lukewarm. Don't let it hit the front of your teeth, and therefore keeps the teeth a lot whiter. And it really does. Remember, it's contact. If it doesn't hit it, it's not going to stain it.
Now,
Should we stick a straw in our wine glass, too?
yeah, but
Maybe late at night you
back
might
to your,
want
back to your white T-shirt rule. If I was using the white T-shirt rule, white versus red, I would say red is worse, but you're saying they're the same?
No, I'm saying that red is definitely worse. White does not stain as much, but white does something else. In excess, white causes a little acidity, which opens the pores of the teeth, which then when you eat colored foods, like a red steak or ketchup, as we'll get to, that can open up the pores to cause staining or accelerated staining. And that's why white is not great either, much to the misnomer that if I drink white wine instead of red wine, I won't stain my teeth.
Interesting.
Okay. So now you just mentioned condiments. Let's go through those.
Right. So you have ketchup and you have soy sauce and pickles. All create acidity. Acidity is bad because enamel, which is the surface that covers our teeth, if the pores of the enamel are open, it retains some of the stains. Ketchup and soy, a lot worse, because not only do they bring acidity, they bring stains as well. So that becomes a problem.
Oh, wow.
All
So
right,
you
so
sparingly.
bad.
Right.
Be careful.
Bad.
But fruit, please tell me we're getting into the good category.
Fruits, like everything else, is good for us, good for the teeth.
Okay,
Right, so
good.
let's give a big hand for the
Good,
fruit.
good,
All right, pears, apples, natural whiteners, cleansers. Even though they've got a touch of acidity, but not bad, they actually create a more basic flora in the mouth, or a basic area in the mouth, so it does not create these pores, and also cleanses the teeth, which is really great for us. Broccoli and carrots, very interesting. Carrots create vitamin A, strong for the enamel, creating teeth, creating strong enamel, create white teeth. Broccoli, you may say, well, that's odd. Broccoli is a stainer, it's green. Broccoli is a natural toothbrusher. It creates more iron in the teeth, which creates a film, which is a bacteria, I should say a barrier against stains. So that's really interesting.
What about shiitake mushroom?
Yeah, that's surprising.
So clinical studies show, very interesting fact, other than all the different types of mushrooms, shiitake creates an antibacterial element to it that can create a better, healthy mouth as well as a tongue, because we can create bacteria on the tongue, which brings a little bit of a staining to the backs of our teeth or to the fronts of our teeth.
And bad breath.
Shiitake, bad breath.
There you
exactly.
go.
You don't
Yeah.
want that.
I'm not gonna,
People at home brush that tongue.
I don't want to ask you about Marianne, but what about ginger?
Well, we'll start with ginger and work our way to Marianne. Ginger is an interesting fruit. It creates anti-inflammatory, which is like anything else in these elements. Ginger, mushrooms, creates a tighter gums, healthier gums. So those that we heard the word gingivitis or bleeding gums, ginger helps reduce that.
Who knew?
Which helps retain some of the foods that could create stained teeth. So all these fruits do, in an indirect manner, help the teeth, help the whitening aspect of the teeth.
Great
so
tips.
kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Thank
these
you
are
to
wonderful.
Mark Lightongue. I'm going to go put a white T-shirt on and start eating.
No, go
We're so
nuts,
much
John.
smarter now. Thank you so much for being
Thank you
here.
very
Appreciate it.